Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ruchah, Kodash. Double honors to our other apostles, a great millstone, and peace and citation to the hopefully elect, of recalling the house of David that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last end times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation of Yasha'Allah. I'm with the brother
Shamari.
All right, and we're here once again to feed the lambs of Yahushai, and we want to go into a news topic. All right, actually, two, um, current events of rumors of war, because World War III will happen, and we are seeing the prelude. We are seeing the buildup. All right, of these nations getting militarily stronger. All right, making more military weapons, investing more into military weapons, trading with each other, all right, with nuclear arms, tanks, fighter jets, all right, things of that nature, doing NATO drills, which we know that NATO and the EU are part of the beast system, all right, and NATO was created, all right, to come against Russia, but Russia plays a main prophecy, all right, it has a role in prophecy, all right, for this World War III to brew up, as it says in Ezekiel. Actually, can you get it real quick? Ezekiel 38, how it'll be a guard unto these nations.
This is Ezekiel 38. Should I start 4?
You start at verse 1, actually.
Okay, from the top. It says, Then the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog.
Right, which is in the land of Russia, all right?
The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Right, which I believe that's Turkey. Am I correct?
I believe so.
Yes, that's in that Asia Minor region. Okay, keep going.
And prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Right, because they're Edomites at the end of the day, all right? But they are the powerhouse of Edom, of Esau. They are the warriors.
And I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
Right, because it said, I'll put hooks into thy jaws, all right? And bring thee back to what? Because Russia was once known as the USSR, a powerhouse, man. They were not to be messed with, all right? This is why, I'm going to look it up right now, all right? This is why NATO was created, all right? Just to stand against Russia, all right? And I know Russian people throughout my lifetime, and they are very strong people, even though they're Edomites. Don't get it twisted. They are the warriors of Esau, all right? And a warrior is a warrior at the end of the day, all right? Whether they're a Jake, a heathen, and them Russians are very strong, okay? Let me, damn. This went to, hold on, Salakia. Give me 1 second. Let me pause this video while I, okay, going back. All right, so going back, all right? So, Esau, the Russians, all right? The Lord's going to put hooks in their jaws and turn them back. And this is why NATO was created. As it says right here, I got NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all right? Is an intergovernmental military alliance between 28 European countries and 2 North American countries. The organization implements the North Atlantic Treaty that was signed on April 4th, 1949. All right, formation, that's when it was formed. So 72 years ago, 1949. All right, it's a military alliance. All right, that's all you have to remember. All right, for brothers that's just learning, okay, of European countries. Okay, I'm going to get straight to the point. All right, it says on March 4th, 1947, the Treaty of Dunkirk was signed by France and the UK as a treaty of alliance and mutual assistance in the event of a possible attack by Germany or the Soviet Union in the aftermath of World War II, and the Germans are the Timonites. In 1948, this alliance was expanded to include the Benelux countries in the form of the Western Union, also referred to as the Brussels Treaty Organizations, established by the Treaty of Brussels. Talks for a new military alliance, which could also include North America, resulted in the signature of the North Atlantic Treaty on April 4th, 1949, by the members of the Western Union plus the United States, Canada, Portugal, Italy, Norway, Denmark, and Iceland. All right, I'm gonna jump down. Okay, actually, I'll start at the top. It says the North Atlantic Treaty was largely dormant until the Korean War initiated the establishment of NATO to implement it by means of an integrated military structure. This included the formation of Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe in 1951, which shaped, which adopted the Western Union's military structures and plans, including stand nags and uh, bi, bipartite sofas. In 1952, the post of Secretary General of NATO was established as the organization's chief civilian. That year also saw the first major NATO maritime exercise main brace, and the ascension of Greece and Turkey to the organization. Following the London and Paris conferences, West Germany was permitted to rearm militarily as they joined NATO in May 1955, which was in turn a major factor in the creation of the Soviet-dominated Warsaw Pact, delineating the two opposing sides of the Cold War. So it was created, to come against Russia just in case war broke out. All right, to have it was a military alliance against Russia. Okay, keep going.
It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields."
Right. So these, not just Russia, but all these militaries, these nations, they're all building up in their military might. But of course, Russia. That's why they're over there, and they were, I believe, uh, what was it? In the Maritime Sea, all right, with warships, which we're gonna get. But they're all trading with other countries. Their alliance now. Russia has alliances like China, with military weapons, tanks, jets, So, yeah, man, all these nations, including Russia, are building up militarily. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Uh, Persia, Ethiopia, also like it says, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia.
Persia is Iran,
Mhm.
all right? I believe they changed the name from Persia to Iran in the 1930s. But that's one of them. That's one of the alliances. What Russia you see today? Keep going.
Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with a shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Yep, said be thou a guard unto them. Okay. So Russia is going to be a guard unto these nations. All right. Now we're going to get to this article that says make NATO stronger with Georgia and Ukraine. All right. It says NATO and President Biden are still reluctant to admit Georgia and Ukraine to the alliance under the excuse of corruption and non-transparency of many aspects of political and economic criteria. Georgia and Ukraine, now Ukraine used to be part of Russia, are two special countries unlike other NATO members. It says they are on the front lines with Russia. It is certainly difficult to meet NATO criteria under this condition at this time. Furthermore, NATO requirement is not a strict rule carved in stone. Each NATO member country was treated differently based on its specific geostrategic considerations. Turkey and Greece were admitted to the alliance even though they were in conflict with each other. The keystone of NATO requirement is democracy, and democracy means demon-like rule. How can you expect total democracy when Ukraine and Georgia are constantly under threat from Russia? Is cleaning the house a priority as Russian Guns loom at the horizon. The NATO alliance will be much stronger with Ukraine and Georgia on board. This will and might deter any future war with Russia and save the world, which is laughable because no, they're going to start World War III and the earth is not going to be destroyed, but America will be destroyed and some of these other, all right, countries that Esau is ruling will be nuked as well. All right. And the Israelites were going to save the world, starting with the elect. Once Yahushua comes back, Yahushua is going to save the world with his elect, man. All right. So now let's get on with the next article. Okay. And give me that Matthew 24, how it says it should be rumors of war. All right. Because now you got Russia, and I'm just going to read it. It says, why Russia and Chinese warships teaming up to circle Japan is a big deal. All right, you see a picture right here. It says a group of naval vessels from Russia and China conduct a joint maritime military patrol in the waters of the Pacific Ocean. And this still image taken from video released on October 23rd, 2021. It says a joint Chinese and Russian naval exercise in which a flotilla of 10 warships completed a near circle around Japan's main island has been touted by the two countries as a means of ensuring stability in a volatile region. By analysts say the drills are likely to have the opposite effect, potentially reigniting regional tensions and enhancing claims by the Japanese government that it needs to increase military spending to counter Chinese aggression. The voyage billed as the first joint China-Russia naval patrol in the Western Pacific saw the vessel sail through uh, Sagaru Strait that separates Japan's main island and its northern island of Hokkaido before heading down the nation's eastern coast and then back toward China through the Osumi Strait off the southern Japanese island Kyushu. All right. This is the warship formations that China and Russia sailed through Sagaru Strait in northern Japan on October 18. Though foreign vessels are permitted to sail through the Osumi and Sugaru Straits, both of which are regarded as international waters, the maneuvers were closely monitored in Japan. All right, so you have Russia and China, near, you know, Japan's borders, if you will, in the seas. Okay, so this can very well even spark more tension, man. All right, alluding to World War III. It's all gonna allude to World War III. Okay, it says it will reinforce the conclusion that Japan has already drawn that China potentially presents a threat to Japan, and therefore it has to increase its own defense spending and readiness to deal with it, said Drew Thompson, a former United States Defense Department official and a visiting senior research fellow at the Liu Kuan Yi School of Public Policy and National University of Singapore. In a statement Monday, the Japanese Defense Ministry described the exercises, which ran through last week, as unusual. The China-Russia flotilla consisted of 5 warships from each country with a mix of destroyers, frigates, corvettes, and support ships. The Chinese military said the two navies parted ways in the East China Sea on Saturday. The joint exercise and joint crews have further developed the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership or coordination for the new era. All right. It says that effectively improve both sides' capabilities of joint operations, which was conducive to jointly maintaining international and regional strategic stability. Rear Administration by Yao Ping of the People's Liberation Army's Northern Theater Command and the Deputy Commander of the Navy said in a statement. All right. Russia's defense ministry said the objective of the joint patrol was to demonstrate the state flags of Russia and China, maintain peace and stability in the Asia Pacific region, and also protect facilities of both countries' maritime economic activity. All right. But either way, they could have done that, in all sincerity, but these other nations, NATO, they're going to look at it as like, okay, what are you doing? You know, and this can spark even more tension. All right. It's just all a lead up. It's all a build up to World War III at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You see? It's all a build up. All right. Japan's military buildup. Tensions between China and Japan have spiked in recent years amid moves by Beijing to assert sovereignty over Japanese controlled islands. China has been stepping up its military pressure on nearby Taiwan, sending dozens of warplanes near the island. Japanese officials have previously tied the security situation in Taiwan to Japan, noting that 90% of Japan's energy is imported through the areas around Taiwan. That's all I'm going to read because it's a pretty long article, all right? But we just see it more of a buildup, okay? Get that rumors of war.
This is Matthew 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Right now, this is not technically like a super big threat, like a big rumor of war,
Right.
but yet it's still some type of tension between nations that are growing in military power, especially Russia, which is has a main role in prophecy in this World War III. You see, so this is the reason why we got it, and all these countries, all these alliances in NATO, they're against Russia, so they will see this and use this. Now nothing. It probably won't. No, nothing will just pop off right then and there. The chip has to come, of course,
Right.
the MOB. But either way, this is just more attention. That's all I'm trying to delay.
It's
All
building
right,
up. Yeah.
it's building up. That's it. That's all. So this is all part of prophecy. And we're very near. All right. Was that it?
Uh, yeah.
All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. We'd like to give all praise, honor, and immense glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honor. So, other apostles, a great millstone, and peace and citation to hopeful elect. With that, Shalom.